A small cat huddled under a flickering street light, her fur matted and cold, eyes shining like pieces of the moon. She watched the world move around her, people shouting, cars honking, footsteps echoing, but no one noticed her. She shivered and pulled her tail closer around her tiny body. The city was loud and uncaring, but she kept breathing and dreaming. She had no name, but if someone gave her one it would be Mausam, because she had lived through every season. The cold rains, the harsh sun, the lonely nights. Every morning she scavenged near the tea stall. A drop of milk, a crumb of bread, sometimes enough to survive, sometimes not. She had no friends, no family, only the sound of the city, and the silence of her own heartbeat. A little girl in a faded school uniform appeared one morning, carrying a small piece of bread. She froze when she saw the cat and whispered, "Are you hungry?" The cat stared for a moment, unsure, but the voice was soft and kind. She stepped closer and sniffed the bread. The girl knelt down and set it in front of her, saying, "Come on, little one, I am Misha." She waited quietly, and the cat finally ate each bite, slowly savoring the taste of safety. For the first time in a long time, she purred softly and brushed against the girl's hand. From that day on, Misha came every morning, sometimes with milk, sometimes with biscuits, always with love. She brought small gifts and stroked the cat's fur. Mausam began to trust the world a little more each day. Every afternoon they met in the alley. Misha would sit on the curb and talk about school, about dreams, about things she could not tell anyone else. Mausam would curl beside her listening, her soft purrs a steady rhythm against Misha's heart. They became each other's secret world. A girl who could not speak her pain, and a cat who had never had a home. They understood each other perfectly. Misha brought a small blanket and made a tiny shelter behind the grocery shop. She watched Mausam curl up inside and felt a warmth she had never felt before. The city roared around them, but in that little space they were safe. She stroked Mausam's fur and whispered, "I will always be here." And Mausam leaned into her hand as if she understood every word. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months. Misha studied in the mornings and ran to the alley in the afternoons. Mausam waited for her faithfully. They grew together in small, quiet moments of friendship and love. One afternoon, Misha was hurrying with a packet of milk, Mausam following, chasing a crumb. A car screeched around the corner. The world seemed to stop. Misha screamed. Mausam darted into the street. The metal moved fast. She froze, and then everything happened at once. People watched and walked on as Misha ran to the little body, calling her name. Tears ran down her face. Mausam lay trembling, her breath shallow. The city did not care, but Misha stayed kneeling beside her, whispering, "It will be okay, it has to be okay." For days Mausam hid in the shadows, refusing to eat. Misha brought her food and spoke to her softly. She would stroke her fur and whisper, "I am here, I will not leave." Slowly the cat began to trust again. Her eyes brightened and she limped around, exploring the little alley she had once called home. Misha smiled at each movement, feeling hope grow in her chest. She realized that even in the harshest seasons, love could survive. Misha carried Mausam home that night. Her parents argued, but she stood firm. "No," she said, "she is family." And they reluctantly agreed. Mausam explored the rooms, cautiously sniffing each corner before curling at the foot of Misha's bed. She purred through the night. Misha felt a joy she had never known. The house felt warm, alive, full of small happy noises. The cat became the heart of the home, and Misha became her voice through care and laughter. Months passed. Winter came and snow dusted the streets. Mausam pawed at the flakes through the window. Misha beside her, studying, drawing, dreaming together. They shared small moments, watching the world outside and feeling safe inside. The cat grew stronger. Misha grew taller, wiser every day. Their bond deeper than words could capture. The city still roared outside, but inside their world was calm, soft, and full of trust. Years later, Misha left for college, but left Mausam in the care of her parents. Pictures came in messages of the cat sleeping in the sunlight, playing with yarn, lying in the lap of someone who once did not know her importance. Misha smiled, knowing the love had remained strong and true. Mausam waited by the door every evening, and purred when Misha returned. She hugged the cat tightly, whispering, "I missed you." And Mausam leaned into her, as if saying, "I waited for you through every season." The first snow of the year fell as Misha sat by the window with Mausam in her lap. The city was quiet, the alley where they met long gone, but their memories alive. She whispered to the cat, "You came back to me." And Mausam purred softly, resting her head against Misha's chest. The warmth of love filled the room, and Misha knew every lonely night, every fear, every season had led to this moment. The cat and the girl together, safe, loved home. Misha became a veterinarian, caring for animals like Mausam. She framed a picture of the little gray cat with golden eyes and placed it at the clinic front desk. A plaque read, "For Mausam, who taught me love does not need words." Every evening the light would hit the frame and sparkle like tiny pieces of the moon, reminding everyone that love can survive all seasons, and every lonely heart can find a home.